Welcome back to another FPL video. In this one I will take a look at the best possible transfers ahead of game week 18. There are some injured players, some out of form, some suspended and some even close to a one-match suspension, so we might have to use some transfers ahead of game week 18. Let's start with the defenders. I really like Guardiola at the moment. He has scored 2 goals in his last 4 games, and Man City, they have looked a bit better defensively. They have some good fixtures coming up as well, playing away against Nottingham Forest, and they have Sunderland away, and they have Chelsea at home in the next game week. So I think that Man City can pick up a couple of clean sheets in those fixtures. So Guardiola, he is a big attacking threat. As mentioned, he has actually scored 2 goals in his last 4 games, and he can pick up defensive contributions as well. He was actually close to scoring in game week 17, had a couple of chances, but no goals for Guardiola in game week 17, but this might well come in game week 18 against Nottingham Forest. So Guardiola, he is a really good transfer in at the moment. He's only selected by 8.5% of the managers, so he is still kind of a differential. The next player on the defender watch list is Michael Keane. Solid fixtures for Everton coming up, away against Burnley, then they have Nottingham Forest away before they have a home game against Brentford. So Everton, they haven't really done well recently, but in defense they are still pretty solid, so they can pick up some clean sheets going forward. Only selected by 3.5% of the managers, so Michael Keane is a solid buy. You can see that his expected goal involvement is only 0.12 from the last 4 game weeks, but I don't really think that this represents his attacking threat at the moment. He has been a bit unlucky, but we know that Michael Keane is one of the best defenders on set pieces when it comes to attacking threats. So Michael Keane, a really solid option at the moment. The last player on this list is Vandenberg. He has actually picked up defensive contribution points in the last 2 game weeks. Really good value, only priced at 4.6, and Brentford, they have some good fixtures coming up as well. So 0.29 expected goal involvement for Vandenberg, so it's not that attacking as the likes of Guardiola, but I think that he at 4.6 is a really good option at the moment. Before discussing the midfielders, I've also made a video about the best wildcard and free hit team, so if you have any chips left, go watch that one. I also make weekly team selection videos and I do live Q&As as well, so if you're interested, subscribe to the channel. But let's take a look at the midfielders. In midfield, we have some really good options at the moment, and as you can see on this list, Cole Palmer is actually the most selected player on this list with only 11.5. So first on the list is Anthony Gordon. He has done well recently. His minutes has been managed, but I think that he is a really good option going forward. Good fixtures for Newcastle, and he is the first choice penalty taker for Newcastle. So Anthony Gordon, only priced at 7.3. You can see that his expected goal involvement is actually 3.57, only selected by 2.5% of the managers, so he is a big differential as well. So Anthony Gordon, definitely one to consider. The next player on the list is Ryan Cherky from Man City. He has been in so good form, he's a joy to watch, and I think that he will continue delivering FPL points for his owners as well. So Ryan Cherky, considering the fixtures for Man City, away against Nottingham Forest, away against Sunderland, and then Chelsea. I think that these are good fixtures for Man City and Ryan Cherky. Only selected by 7.5% of the managers, so a big differential. His expected goal of 2.17 is also pretty solid. The last player on this list is Cole Palmer. I would like to get early on Cole Palmer. We know his potential. He is the first choice penalty taker for Chelsea, and he is on corners, free kicks as well, so he will pick up FPL points going forward. His price is of course a bit more expensive compared to those other players, 10.4, but I think that he is a solid captain option as well, so this is what you're paying for. His expected goal involvement of 0.77 isn't that great, but he has been injured. He's only recently came back from injury, and I think with those fixtures, I think that Cole Palmer can do well. And from game week 21 and onwards, Chelsea have really good fixtures, so there might be a really good idea to get early in on Cole Palmer. Up front, Ekitike, 5 goals in his last 3 games. I think that he is really good value at the moment. 8.8, his price has gone up to 8.8, but I still think that he is a really good transfer in. expected goal of 2.21. His ownership has gone up to 25%, so 1/4 of FPL managers own Ekitike at the moment, but I don't think it's too late to get in on Ekitike. He's still a really good option. We saw that Alexander Isak, he actually picked up an injury in game week 17 as well, so I think Ekitike is nailed on to start and play most minutes going forward. So Ekitike 8.8, a really solid option at the moment. I really like Jared Bowen as well. It's a bit more budget friendly, 7.6. He will play most minutes for West Ham. He is one of the most nailed on players in the league, and he will be involved when West Ham starts scoring goals. And I think they will do this when we take a look at the fixtures: at home against Fulham, then they have Brighton at home and Wolves away. So a fixture swing for West Ham and Jared Bowen in the festive period. I think that he is a really good player to own. Expected goal of 1.73 and only selected by 7% of the managers. So Jared Bowen, definitely one to consider as well. Really budget friendly. The last player on this list is actually Calvert-Lewin. He has quietly done very well recently. I think a lot of FPL managers have lost the faith in Dominic Calvert-Lewin, especially from the 24-25 season where he played for Everton. Didn't really impress us that much, but considering that he actually has done really well in the last 5 game weeks, I think that he is one to consider. So only priced at 5.7, 6.5% owned. He is actually the forward with the best stats at the moment, expected goal of 4.26, and this is even better than Erling Haaland. So the forward list of Ekitike, Jared Bowen, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So I would actually like to have all of them, but then there's no room for Erling Haaland. So you decide which players would you have in your FPL team, but all of those players are really good options. So in addition to the best defenders, midfielders and forwards, I have made this extra list. At the end of the video, I will show you my preferred goalkeepers as well. So Rice, he did really well in game week 17. I think that he is a solid option at the moment. He will play most minutes for Arsenal, and I actually think that he is better value compared to Bukayo Saka. So 7.1. So it's not like this is a secret. He's selected by 22.5% of the managers. Expected goal of 0.98. He actually should have had more returns in game week 17. Created a big chance for Trossard, but he hits the post. This could have been a huge haul for Rice. So can pick up defensive contribution points, of course, and he's on set pieces taking corners for Arsenal. Arsenal, they still have good fixtures coming up: at home against Brighton, at home against Aston Villa, away against Bournemouth. I think Rice can continue picking up FPL points. The next player on the list is Thiago. So this is more based on feeling. His expected goal of 0.92 is really good, and Newcastle, they haven't kept that many clean sheets, but I think at some point when the fixtures turn for Newcastle, I think it will be a good idea to have a Newcastle defender in our team. They have a lot of injuries at the back, so he is one of the most nailed on players going forward for Newcastle. Only priced at 5 million. I would prefer to wait until after the Man United fixture in game week 18, especially if you own the likes of Cunha or Bruno Fernandes. I wouldn't like to have them play against my defender, but from game week 19 and onwards, I think that Thiago will pick up a lot of FPL points. The last player on this list, Gudmundsson, he is actually a starting 3.8. We don't often see this in FPL, so I wouldn't necessarily have Gudmundsson in my team and start him and play him every week. But to free up some funds and have a starting bench player, Gudmundsson is really good value at 3.8. So the fixtures are not the best for Leeds, but hopefully you will not have to play Gudmundsson every week. Last out, goalkeepers. I really like Pickford. I talked about the Everton fixtures: away against Burnley, then they have Nottingham Forest away, Brentford at home. Talked about the form for Everton as well. They are not in their best form, but defensively they are still pretty solid. So I think that Pickford can pick up some clean sheets. He can get save points, and he is that kind of goalkeeper that can pick up bonus points when he gets save points as well. So I think that Jordan Pickford, even if he's priced at 5.5, I think that he is actually good value at the moment. 10.5% selected. I think that he can be a good FPL asset to own in the next game weeks. The next goalkeeper is Sanchez. So they actually have the highest expected goals conceded, 7.54. This is pretty high, one of the highest expected goals conceded in the league. But Chelsea, they have done well, and Sanchez, he has done well recently. So I think that he can continue. Picked up an assist in game week 17, even though they conceded 2 goals against Newcastle. So Sanchez owners, they were lucky in game week 17, but I think that Sanchez will be a good asset regardless. So playing at home against Aston Villa, at home against Bournemouth, then away against Man City, he can of course pick up some points in those games, especially the game against Man City. He can potentially pick up save points as well. And when I discussed Cole Palmer from game week 21 and onwards, Chelsea, they have really good fixtures. The last player on this list is Dubravka. Same as with Gudmundsson, we have a starting 4.0, so Dubravka is definitely one to have on your bench. He can potentially start some games as well. Everton at home, and they have Newcastle at home, and then they have Brighton away. So I wouldn't have Dubravka as my starting goalkeeper week in, week out, but on my bench I would definitely have Dubravka. He's selected by 32% of the managers. This should potentially be a bit higher. The thing is that on the bench you should have a starting goalkeeper when we have one available at 4 million. So if your goalkeeper gets a suspension, we can see Donnarumma, he is on 4 yellow cards. So if you have Donnarumma, it will be really annoying if he picks up that 5th yellow card and will get a suspension. We might get other injuries for goalkeepers as well. So it's a safe option to have Dubravka on the bench. Please let me know what you think about those watch lists in the comments down below. Thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel for more FPL content.